Hi guys, my name's Alexandra and I'm going to talk about when I first went up in a hot air balloon with my sister and two of my cousins. Fall is my favorite season here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my family and I go to the balloon fiesta every year as tradition and we love it. So I'm sure you know how devastated, and I'm sure many are, that this year the fiesta isn't going to happen because of COVID. I hope they still come up at least. 4 years ago, I thought it was weird that we haven't been in a hot air balloon and we lived here all of our lives. So on October 2016, my sister and I booked it on our phones and we made it happen. The morning of the ride, we had to wake up at 5 in the morning and stop for coffee on the way to the park where we were meeting up with everyone. Once we got there, we got so excited and we couldn't wait to get on. The takeoff wasn't scary at all. I just remember getting high up in the sky pretty quickly. I waved bye to my parents and looked down at them until they looked like little black dots. Although getting into the basket was kind of difficult because at that time I don't think I was tall enough. So in the far left picture you could see me kind of struggling. But once I looked around and was high enough to see everything, my breath was taken away and I was in awe of how pretty Albuquerque looked. I guess I never really noticed how beautiful my home is. I think I've been living here for so long that I just got used to it. But this definitely opened up my eyes. It was the most peaceful thing that I've ever witnessed, just to be there in that moment, feeling the crisp morning air and watching the sun come up as it hit the Sandia Mountains. I realized how lucky I am to be living in Albuquerque, because where else can you do this in the U.S.? This was literally in my backyard. The view from the balloon was unlike any other. I could see the Rio Grande, my house, school, and all my favorite places in town. My sister and I were so amused by the many little cars, streetlights, and houses. We were laughing so hard because we're dorks, and it looked like the cars were moving so fast. We were surrounded by other hot air balloons towards the end of the ride, and it looked like a dream, almost unreal, because I'm used to seeing all of the balloons go up, but never have I been close to one in the air before. So on the far right picture is my sister, and you can kind of see the sun start to come up because it glares in her face. So I thought that was a really cool picture. And then you can see all of the little mini houses, the trees, and then the streets. And then on the far top of the picture, you can see the morning horizon start to come up, and then there's the volcanoes. I wish I would have put in a picture of the Sandias, but I couldn't find it. But yeah, and then the top left picture is of me and my older cousin, and I just took a picture of how the balloon looked once it was inflated and how it was above us, because I thought it was really cool. And then also is the little harnessing, and then the thing on the top is the silver thing where the fire would come out so that the balloon would stay inflated. And it also controlled where we would go and how high we would go up. So I thought that was cool. The landing was a little bit bumpy, but we got on the ground safe and sound. Then we all had to work together and fold the inflated balloon into the humongous orange bag you see on the right. It was really cool and fun to be a part of it and help them out because I was always curious about how they did it. But after it was fully inflated, we had to take but before it was fully inflated, we had to take pictures next to it and show our parents. And then after the hard work was done, we went back to the park and ate breakfast, and we got to keep a pin, certificate, and a fancy glass to drink my juice out of. 15-year-old me was so excited about that. We celebrated our fantastic and successful balloon ride with cheers. But overall, it's an experience that I recommend for everyone because you'll never forget it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening. Bye.